Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited to be sharing with you in just a few moments the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance Global Action Concert. Stay tuned. We'll be starting in just a minute. Everyone. We are so excited to be part of We the World's 11 Days of Global Unity, and we will be starting in just a moment. Hello and welcome to the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance Global Action Concert. Our September event is part of We the World's 11 Days of Global Unity, and we are so excited to be joining with our community from around the world to be co-creating a thriving world that truly works for all. I'm Lisa Pavati. I'll be your host today, and I want to invite you to begin with us by breathing in fully and connecting with the vibrant air that we all share, that we are all part of this living earth. And we breathe deep, a sense of hope and light and activation. And we feel that spark of inspiration, that creative fire within us as we come together to co-create regenerative solutions for an equitable, just, and beautiful world. I'll invite you to bring your hands to your heart and feel that heartbeat, the waters of the world that are flowing through us now and always, connecting us in wellness and living love. And we ground our roots deep into this living earth, this one earth that we are all part of, feeling our connection and the wholeness of our one being as we come together in unity to align ourselves with our innate state of oneness and to take action to foster a flourishing future for all. I'm so excited to be sharing with you today beautiful music from amazing eco-conscious musicians and very special speakers. We also are honoring Ottawa grandmother Agnes Baker Pilgrim, the chairwoman of the 13 Indigenous Grandmothers Council, and honoring her memory in this month of her birth. We will, at the end of the event, be inviting you to join us in person on Zoom for a community action session as we come together to grow local projects for community sustainability wherever you live. The Eco-Conscious Music Alliance is dedicated to invoking our inspiration through music and channeling that potent energy into tangible on-the-ground projects in local communities around the world. Our projects include growing food together and feeding those in need around the year and in emergency situations. We're doing land restoration, water stewardship, and so much more as we really look into what does each community need? What does your community need to truly thrive? EMA is an incubator for local projects through mutual aid and community connections. We also work with organizations, large and small, who are already working with on-the-ground action. And we come together every month on this global action concert to celebrate and energize, and in our Zoom session to share our ideas, what's working, what challenges might local projects be having, and we think tank together and support each other. EMA also offers training through our educational partner, the Sustainable Living Guide, and through our own work sourced with the Sustainable Living Guide to help create local EMA hubs all over the world. As we begin today, we want to invite you to start by enjoying some deeply transformational music with us. And you might find a comfortable space to be. You might even begin to stretch or move into meditation. Our first musician is Jason Trowek, and he is in Austin, Texas, in the United States. Jason is a composer and multi-instrumentalist with a focus on percussive world music and jazz, and his timeless instrumental compositions explore blending sounds from many different genres and weaving a tapestry that enlivens our being and brings us into that creative flow. He has been doing this work for decades and has recently culminated this beautiful evolution in his work with his latest release called Paper Boats. Please enjoy this special set from Jason Trowek. is part of the times that we live in, isn't it? To navigate whatever comes up. I'm going to share with you a little bit about the people that we're working with and what's happening here in the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance Network. We are so honored to be working with communities around the world who are creating local action projects. Here in Austin, during the winter storm of 2021, when the city went down with no electricity, no travel, no water for most of a week, and no infrastructure to handle the freezing weather, we sprung into action and were able to deliver over 1,000, I think 2,000 meals to local people who were the most at need, people who are really already vulnerable in their financial situation, and also with the pandemic. So many people had really been struggling. We focused primarily on marginalized BIPOC community and partnered with organizations in those parts of our community to make sure that we were being the most supportive and appropriate as we came in to help. What we discovered, and you'll discover as you try local projects, is that really people want to make a difference. Our hearts go out as soon as we know that others are struggling and suffering, that the earth is in need. And we have this innate activation that happens within us. One of the reasons that we work with music is because that music invokes the love, that activation of action within us. And certainly during this climate storm, we were able to come together and really activate as a community. And we found dozens and dozens of restaurants who would donate hot meals. We found organizations to help fund some of it. And we were able to recruit dozens of volunteers, absolutely with no pre-existing infrastructure here, who would pick up the food and deliver it to the door of the most vulnerable in our community. We worked with multiple locations and delivered food for nearly 2 months as people recovered. And I think one thing that's really important to recognize during these times of great changes from the pandemic to climate crisis is that when an immediate crisis looks like it's over, there are always those who are struggling much, much more and might not be getting the support that they need now that the crisis has perhaps made it out of the news cycle. But those who live closest to the edge can really get pushed off into a free fall with a crisis like that. So we continued to work with the community and found, for example, there was a very large low-income housing complex in our community, primarily BIPOC, very multi-generational, and their power source was not restored. They weren't able to cook or heat water or wash for over 2 months. So we continued to bring food there. We coordinated with people who lived on site to help us deliver and make sure that the elders who might need a little extra support really received that food. Others who might have physical limitations where they needed extra help really received the support that we were bringing in. And out of that, we grew lasting relationships. Our next project was something that you might love to do in your community, which was planting gardens together. We chose to support a network of urban gardens that help alleviate hunger in our community, and especially in the food deserts here in Austin. So we started working with Florence's Comfort Home, an amazing nonprofit that helps young children who are in need to have a safe space to be. It's a very historically marginalized and impoverished and often dangerous part of town where the kids needed safe space, needed food, and this is an elder right in their community, right in their neighborhood, who has opened her space, created a nonprofit, extended into a neighboring property, and created a space where children can come together and be loved, be cared for, be fed, play music, and do art. In fact, according to Florence, she has helped move nearly 300 children from an existence in drug houses, mentoring and supporting them up into college and into flourishing lives. So we went to Florence's Comfort House and we created and planted gardens with food for the children, medicinal herbs, and a beautiful infrastructure to continue to support the thriving of this part of our community. Since then, they've been harvesting, the pollinators are coming, food is being shared and also delivered to elders. One of the projects there partners teens with elders in the community to look after them, to support them, and to learn from them. Because we know that when we talk about unity and we talk about coming together in a thriving world for all, that means that we're being intergenerational. It means that we're coming together with multiple generations, diversity of people, and really looking for what is in our hearts, what is in our knowledge and our experience. How can we come together in a co-creative space that really helps to bring together and synergize this space of unity, and out of it emerges solutions that none of us individually might have thought of, could have even begun to grow. And together we grow a thriving world for all. We're beginning to share some music in just a moment. And I want to invite you now to go ahead and be sure you're registered for the community action session that happens on Zoom immediately following this broadcast. You can register at our website, ema.earth. That's EMA.earth. And you'll see the Zoom community action session for the September Global Action Concert. When you register, you'll receive an email with the link for your Zoom login, and that begins immediately past this broadcast in about an hour and a half. And we're going to be helping you to grow community projects where you live. Whether you've already got something huge, we want to support you. If you've just started something small, we want to support you. And perhaps you just have an idea. Perhaps you just feel your love and don't even have that idea yet. Your love is so powerful, and we're very excited to help you bring it into action. Enjoy the event, and I will be talking with you shortly.
For me and for we, music is a universal language that embodies we consciousness. We consciousness is the core of what We the World is all about. And it's about making that cultural shift towards a we-based society. So we leave a me-based society and we go to a we-based society where the health and well-being of each member is supported and prioritized in our culture. It's so amazing when people get engaged in the act of transforming our world and our planet.
We the world, we the people, we're the stuff made of stars. We the world, we the people, so near and yet so far.
Now is the time for we. We the world, we.net, and we the people of planet Earth.
We really are one Earth, and that's beautiful, and we can do so many positive things with that, and it's so powerful.
The Eco-Conscious Music Alliance mobilizes positive change through music.
This movement that is taking climate action, fostering sustainability, and raising awareness.
Pandemic response and online concerts.
Supporting communities, diversity, sustainability, and above all, Mother Earth.
Because it just feels like we're all so dedicated to this change, and music is such an important part of it.
Growing food and growing a revolution. So if you'd like to join us, please head over to ema.earth. We welcome you with open arms.
Huge thank you to Jason and this beautiful, beautiful music that he shares. I want to invite you all, wherever you are, to take this moment to breathe deep together, to feel into our unity and the resonance of our collective arising as we care for each other and the living earth that we are all part of. I am so deeply honored and excited to introduce to you our next guest who is joining us live. I am so honored to welcome Amachandra, and she is an amazing transformational musician and activation catalyst. She has had a long relationship with sound and shares that with the world. From her roots in Southern gospel music and 90s R&B, her journey has been through world music, jazz, and songwriting. And she brings her heart and the potency of her soul into the shared power, the healing power of song. She also founded She Be Warrior, an empowerment network for women and survivors, and is a true embodiment of what the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance really stands for and wants to support. Please join me in welcoming Amachandra. Hello, how are you?
I am well. I am so well and so happy to be here with you. Thank you so much. I'm loving the energy.
Wonderful. I know that, the first time I heard your music, it was like being bathed in light. I said, who is this amazing being? I was just so thrilled to meet you. And I've been really personally very moved by your music and the medicine that it brings. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today and to share your gifts.
I thank you. I think so many of us have been activated who are already, some of us have already been doing this work, right? But during this season right now, we're just getting even more engaged, and you never know who you're gonna meet, doing a broadcast online to share, to put it out there. You never know. So I'm so glad that it was impactful enough that, I get to be with you all here today.
So beautiful. Thank you. And, today we're also, as well as being the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance monthly global action concert, we're also part of an annual event, the 11 Days of Global Unity. And this is being broadcast out to an even larger international network of people whose hearts are open and united in catalyzing positive change together. And I know that starts right within. And you embody that so beautifully. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and step off stage and look forward to the waves of light that you arise in your music. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you. I'm excited. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, warm greetings to everyone, wherever you are, whenever this meets you. I greet you with light and love and sound. And so today I'm going to be working with my crystal bowls, with some toning and some prayer, but mostly allowing spirit to move through me to you. And I'm already opening to receiving from you all. So I'm just so thankful. And with that being said, if you like to keep up with me, as she said, you can find me, Amachandra, on everything. Otherwise, I thank you so much. This work is so important. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after the music. But with that being said, let's begin. And so I invite you to join me in breath. You will hear me toning. You will hear me singing. You may feel moved to sing or tone wherever you are. Please join right in, and we'll go from there. Thank you. See a world, dream a world for us all. I see a world, dream a world for us all. Inviting great spirit into this place. Inviting the elemental forces into this space. Connecting with these stars, the wax and the north. We call on the four directions, giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. The guardians of the gateways, we ask you to open the doors, the doors, the doors, the doors, the doors, calling in greater light, calling in greater love, calling in greater compassion. Connecting with the earth, connecting with the sky, connecting with the water, the fire, the all. The elemental energy, the kingdoms of the earth. The plants, the trees, the grasses, the seas, the oceans, the rivers, the seas, the streams, the rain and the tears, the sweat and the snot. We connect with it all. The blood that flows through us all. We are sacred. We are sacred. Wherever we are, God, wherever we are, the divine is. Wherever we are one, connected to the source that through the light of our sun. Giving thanks, I give thanks for this day. Let us connect to the heart, the heart, the great human heart. May we connect to the heart of love, the heart of the soul, the heart of the earth, the heart that gave birth to us all. Peace, joy, harmony, understanding. Peace, joy, harmony, understanding. Can we accept each other? Can we accept ourselves? As we see each other, we see ourselves. Yeah. We all feeling low. We all feeling low. Underneath the tiredness and the pain, underneath the anger and the pain, is a heart that beats. May we feel, may we heal, may we feel, may we heal. Calling in those traveling forces of good. Help us to heal. Help us to be strong and courageous to reveal the shadowy, gray, dark places that we don't want to excel, that we don't want to know. That is the spaces that the light will help us know. It is our time, it is our time, it is our time, baby. Join to heal our world. We are healing, we are healing our world. Me and you and me, we create a family. Me and you and me, we create a family. Then me and you and me, we create a family. Yeah, me and you and me, we create a family. Say hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, hey, 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 hey. Me and you and me, we create a family. Yeah, me and you and me, we create a family. That me and me, yeah, we create a family. Yeah, me and me, we create a family. Yeah, 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 hey, 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 yeah, hey, 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 yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Let the light walk in peace. Heal the people that you meet. Let the light walk with love. Heal the people. Heal the world. I said, let the light come on and walk with me. We're gonna heal the people that we meet. Let the light walk with love. We're gonna heal the people. We're gonna heal the world. We gon' heal the world. You are my brother, you my brother, yes you are. You are my brother, you're my brother, yes you are. Hey, you are my sister, you're my sister, yes you are. You are my sister, you're my sister, yes you are. Let's let the light walk the peace, heal the people like me. Come on, let the light, come on, walk with us. Heal the people, heal the world, heal the people, heal the world. Come on, heal the people, heal the world, heal the people, heal the world. I said me and you and me, we create a family, and me and you and me, said we create a family, and me and you and me, said we create a family, and me and you and me, we create a family. Our family. Ooh, 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 to the world, wishing peace to the world, sending peace to the world. I send peace to the world, sharing joy into the world, sharing light to the world. Amen. Ashe, oh, and so Amen. Ashe, oh, and so it is. 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 Ashe. So.
So it is. Thank you. As we breathe this into creation together, I want to invite you, if you'd like, to say anything you wish to people who are co-creating positive change in their communities, and then please share where they can find your music and magic.
Ashe, Ashe, and I give thanks. We're already here. We're already doing the work. There'll be times when we'll be called to do more. There'll be times when we'll be called to do less. However, your activation, your presence, your commitment is enough. You are absolutely enough. And as we each embody our own energy, our own magic, whatever that is, it is the gift that we are calling forth. The world is calling forth to see you, who you are, who you have come here to be. And so we have to keep going gently. The first mandate to me in the work that I do in my temple is self-care. We don't take care in self-love, self-compassion. When we give that to ourselves, we have the capacity to go on a little further, because many of us givers, doers, healers, believers, we will give to the last drop, and then we're needing to be replenished. So never forget to replenish yourself so that we can sustain for that great day of jubilation whenever we're able to make it, when we see this is good. It feels good, and I want to celebrate with you. I want to celebrate with us all the work that we're all doing. So take care. You are enough. There's nothing you have to do. Just keep showing up. That's enough. Sometimes it's just waking up. Sometimes it's actually doing enough is going to bed, because many of us are doing work even while we're sleeping. So I just give thanks to you all. And if you'd like to stay connected, if you'd like that me and you and let the light, you can find that on my Bandcamp page. So I'm Ashandra on Bandcamp, and it's called Great Rising. It's a whole little medley of songs. I did all the instruments vocally, and all the sounds vocally. And it's a little mantra. I made it for the young at heart, our ageless young people, just as a way to start the day and give yourself a powerful tune. And otherwise, follow me. You can find me on YouTube, I'm Ashandra. You can find me on Facebook, I'm Ashandra. I'm all over the place there. And you may begin to see the name Sanahara more, because that was a name that was gifted to me by Spirit. And I'm working to walk in that light. It is a very, I'm working to walk in that light. So I just thank you all for this moment. And this work is important. You are important, and we are doing.
Thank you. So beautiful. And that goes so deep. I hope everyone's taking that in really deep. That care for the world starts within, and that we in our oneness are whole. Thank you so much, Amashandra. And will you say again the emerging name that you're using that we can honor you with?
Sanahara, Sanahara, Sanahara. Sat at my altar, and I was like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "It's you." I'm like, "It's me." So it's coming through. I use it more in the quantum energy work, or when I do energy work, I use that energy, Sanahara energetic. So Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, from one energy worker to another, deep honor and celebration for this emergent Samahara. And look forward to being of support to you. Please keep in touch with us. Let us know how we can promote and partner and elevate and give the uplift that it deserves to all the work that you're doing. We're here to work not only on one live stream, but really, on an ongoing basis to work together. We believe in the work that you're doing. And I look forward to connecting. Perhaps you'll join us on the community action session that is starting in about an hour and talk more about your work and what you're doing if you'd like. I look forward to, thank you, that would be wonderful. And I look forward to continuing to deepen our relationship personally and with our organizations. Thank you. All blessings to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's such a pleasure. I feel this work very strongly. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. And you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And I will jump on. I do have a training. So, it's all the times. There's never enough, but there's enough. So I don't know. We find a way. We stretch and we bend. So thank you.
Right. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. And everyone, up next, we're going to be sharing some absolutely incredible music with you. We have Cornflower coming up, or for those of you who know him, he is just absolutely spectacular, weaving and looping the word and sound and song together into something that illuminates, activates, grounds, and propels us forward as the we that we are together. And first, we have some special treats. We're going to be hearing from some of the Sustainable Living Guide teachers who shared messages as we are preparing with our educational partner, the Sustainable Living Guide, to launch classes with authors and experts, Indigenous elders, youth climate activists, permaculturists, gardeners, healers from all over the world, creating online classes with the Sustainable Living Guide. And we have a message for you from them. Together, we're catalyzing our ability to move through this pivotal moment on Earth with healing, heart, and innovative brilliance. The wellness of the world is rising deep within our hearts. We feel the call of the living earth that we are all part of.
You've got to have that water to survive. And so guard your water and take good care of it and talk to it. Because I got this little thing that says water can hear. So remind yourself of that as you journey through life.
We unite and come together to grow a thriving world for all.
I believe that the essence of who I am is embedded in the majesty of my community. I love living my Ubuntu in my community. Ubuntu means I am because we are, or we are because I am.
The reality is that we're all in community already, whether we acknowledge it consciously or we think about it or not.
To be part of a community is very crucial for our happiness, our belonging on this planet.
The Sustainable Living Guide has brought together leading experts, authors, Indigenous elders, change makers from around the world to help guide our global family through this time of challenge and into a flourishing future.
And so the class is about helping people understand what really is a community, what's the purpose of community, what makes a random collection of people an actual community, and how to cultivate it and build the kinds of relationships that are very nourishing, that allow us for transformation either on the individual level or at the large-scale social level.
And so I'm going to be teaching a class on building an oven for this class called the Akabi oven, which is a mixture of adobe and cob together.
I'm so delighted to be offering a course on that's coming soon called Regenerative Magnificence.
I want to provide you with inspiration, motivation, resources, and support for navigating our planetary rite of passage.
Transformative learning is all about that emotional, spiritual shift when the way we used to understand the way the world worked suddenly shifts, and we start to see things very differently, and that affects our behavior, and that affects our relationships.
We've been charged with being stewards and caretakers of the Mother Earth in respect to all our relations and to each thing that lives on the earth, above the earth, below the earth. In all these things, I ask for your help in listening to each other, in loving each other, and in helping us build a network that it strengthens and encourages our young people and finds a way for us to live in balance and harmonious relationship with all that is.
My job is to help them uncover and discover who they really are. And that is a different mindset. That is where you can look out and say, how do I communicate with this person? And I'm looking forward to you signing up for my class.
Let's use today as an opportunity to rediscover our potential as stewards and caretakers of the environments and the communities that we're all a part of.
Join us.
Join us. Together.
Together.
Together,
We can grow
a thriving world
For all.
I'm so grateful to each one of the teachers working with us and those who are patiently waiting for us to partner and actively start building their classes. We have people from all over the world who are bringing their expertise and knowledge through the Sustainable Living Guide, working with our team of advanced instructional designers who are from Harvard and Brown higher ed universities here in the US, and bringing in their knowledge of how do we really communicate actionable learning in an online platform, because we can do this. And we're coming together with these incredible global voices of wisdom to support each one of us, each one of you, each one of we in being part of positive change in ourselves, our families, for our communities, and for the world that we're all part of. Today, we want to honor and appreciate one of our teachers, one of our dear beloved elders, and who we hold in our memory, that we are creating legacy classes for Ottawa grandmother Agnes Baker Pilgrim, the chairwoman of the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers, a Takelma elder and world leader. We are so deeply honored to be carrying her wisdom legacy to the world and working with her foundation and community to bring forth legacy classes from her teachings. I'm so grateful to have been able to work with her personally for many, many years in community service, events, water ceremony, and healing work for the people and the planet. Grandmother asked us to be a voice for the voiceless, to bring our heads down into our hearts and take action. And we want to celebrate her birthday and remember her this month. She was born in 1924 in September 11th, and she crossed over to be with the ancestors during the pandemic. So we are still honoring her with the term Ottawa as the ceremonies for her continue. And we hold you in love and action. And please experience this short video of some of her wisdom. And you can go to sustainablelivingguide.org to find out more.
And so I think that we all need to start back being a little bit more careful of what we're doing around us, in our homes and in our community. We all need to be more sustainable. We all need to join together. We're all in this leaky canoe together. And so to keep from sinking, I think we all need to have to do a better job if we want to have the beauty that we walk in here today and for the 7 generations ahead. To be able to see the beauty we have here today, we've got to work hard to keep that. There's more water base in the world than there's land base. And we're all connected by water. We're all connected with each other. And I think that if we want peace in our world, that we got to learn to care about one another. Speak well about each other. Say good things. Care about somebody.
So much love to our grandmother, and we are all walking in a way, all of those who you touched and all that we get to touch are walking in a way that honors you and honors the earth in every day, remembering and loving you. For the Sustainable Living Guide and the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance, we are very much an activist in organizations in our orientation, and we recognize that mobilizing people into positive change together is really what this time calls for. It's what Grandmother Agnes had worked for. She was hugely active as an environmental activist, social activist. And we want to let you know about a really exciting project that we've partnered with. The Eco-Conscious Music Alliance and the Sustainable Living Guide are enthusiastically partnered with We Power America. We're going to be showing you some information about them now. We Power America is an emerging campaign to empower a citizen groundswell to pressure government and industry to adopt renewable energy for the United States at speed and at scale. It is an initiative of We the World, an 18-year-old organization supported by many, many visionaries, including Hazel Henderson, Bill McKibben, Desmond Tutu, Deepak Chopra, Jane Goodall, and many others. We are inviting your support and partnership with your organizations to sign in and be of support. There is no charge. We are all in this together. You know, during these times of great changes, we find that within us arises this deep and profound strength, perhaps a resilience we didn't know we had, a tenacity in our hope, in our love, and we bring that love into action together. Thank you to We the World, and thank you to everyone who's partnering on these incredible initiatives. When we come together for the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance's monthly global action concert here today on our September event, we are uniting in music and arising in action. And that music, it enlivens us, it it talks to our very heartbeat and pulsates the waters in our body, the love in our hearts, the creativity in our vision, and our potency to come together in action. I am just absolutely delighted to be able to introduce our next musician, who's beloved all over the world. Cornflower's music is a unique mixture of experimental vocal soul, world funk, jam, and electronica layered in this amazing, delicate brew. And for those of us who have experienced his music, it is something we never forget. And now I'm so excited for those of you who may never have gotten to experience these sounds, to be able to come into this resonant field together. I'm so grateful for Cornflower's support of the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance, and of inviting people around the world to embody caring for the planet, for the people, and arising as the change we want to see in the world. Welcome, Cornflower.
Da The best thing about music is that it is the commonality that brings people together.
Humans of the world combine, oh, the trees are dancing intertwine, oh, the seas are singing secrets I will never tell no one. Together
The Eco-Conscious Music Alliance brings people together around the world to create community action hubs in their local communities to respond to the challenges before us and the visions within us for a thriving world for all. We are based in Austin, Texas, and during the winter storm of 2021, we mobilized a community support operation. We're providing hundreds of meals every week delivered to the most vulnerable in our community. Seniors, low income, community of color, refugees, and others who, even when food has been offered at public distribution events, didn't have always the transportation. You can find out more and get involved with the movement at our website, ema.earth, and sustainablelivingguide.org. Thank you. So wonderful to come together and recognize that no matter where we are one. We are truly connected with each other and as part of the living earth. And her water is flowing through us in each heartbeat, waking us up to the living love within us and inviting us to flow as part of the positive change in the world. I want to give great appreciation and with a joyful heart to Cornflower for sharing that amazing music. We've posted his sites. We hope you'll go check out his phenomenal experiences. And for the videos you just saw, I want to really deeply acknowledge all of the co-creators. Some people would say volunteers, but to us it's co-creators, that we are co-creating these amazing community sustainability projects around the world, from here in Austin to all across the planet, initiatives that are arising to care for the people, to care for the earth, and to care for our global community. We say, think tank global, act local, and we come together once a month on the Zoom meeting that you just saw the flyer for. I want to invite you, if you haven't already signed up, right after this broadcast, we're going to be on a Zoom session together and talking about projects that people in different parts of the country, different parts of the world are working on, and how we can support each other, how we can innovate together, sharing our inspiration, our experiences, our resources, and our love for really coming together and helping people wherever we are in the world recognize that we really do have the power to grow a thriving world for all, and whatever that means for us as individuals, for our global community, and as the one, the we that we are together. I am so deeply honored to introduce our next guest, who is a friend, who is a beautiful co-creatrix in positive change, and is also becoming a teacher with Sustainable Living Guide. Serena del Rio San Marcos is a naturalist and a 15-year resident of the indigenously historic city of San Marcos, where her people have resided for over 12,000 years. And I'm going to invite her to tell us more. I want to acknowledge her creation of incredible projects in her local community and arising as an international Indigenous mermaid and doing education, support, loving, caring for the children and young within all of us. Welcome, my friend. It's so wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I wanted to bring y'all to the sacred springs, so not sure if you can see it too well from, can y'all see it okay?
Yes, we can absolutely see it. Thank you. And do you want to, as we begin, do you want to let people know who are your people and what is this water, and give them a little orientation to where are we?
Yes, it's important to know, and thank you for letting me have this quick, humble introduction. Our people have been in the sacred springs and surrounding areas for over 12,000 years. The Coholtican community is not a federally recognized tribe, but that only means that the government doesn't acknowledge us. And a detribalized tribe means that different tribes that were all together, which formed a Coholtican community. And that is where our creation story begins, which is right here in the sacred springs. So you can be part of a different tribe, but you might have not. Oh, and you'll have to excuse the beautiful children that are playing in the background. I don't know if y'all can see them, but today is a lovely day because it's sprinkling and there's laughter, there's joy, there's social gathering, something we haven't seen in a really long time. But back to the history, our people have been here for 12,000 years, and a lot of Latinos, a lot of Mexican Americans, they don't know that they have indigenous blood in them. So as a mermaid here, I am the indigenous mermaid of the San Marcos River. I share that with Latinos and not just that ethnicity. We are all related, but I like our children to know their roots.
Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for helping us all remember our roots, remember our connection in the water, and learn to live as the embodiment of this healing element and bringing healing to the waters and to the world. I'm going to step off the stage and invite you to speak from your heart, to share with the water, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you so much, my sister.
Thank you so much. I just want to share from my heart that here in the waters, because my ancestors are here. And just like the children and the laughter in the background are here, there's also moments of sadness, tears, joy, emotion imaginable. We're all here, right here on this earth. Every grandmother's grandmother over. And all of relatives have brought us to this very moment so that we can remember that we truly are all related. And I'm not surprised that, I don't know if you can see from the screen, but it's actually sprinkling right now. And I'm going to get a close up to our water. It's sprinkling in here. And I want to just share some more of the history. Our waters are healing. This is Turtle Island, and the beginning of our creation story are these sacred springs. And for 16 years, as the indigenous mermaid of the San Marcos River, San Marcos, Texas is officially the mermaid capital of Texas. But even before being Sirena, which means mermaid in Spanish, I am this river, as you are whenever you become one with the water. And what I do as a mermaid is I share history, wisdom, education, river appreciation, river awareness for children in this. So if anyone are interested or wants to plug in, I'm going to do it. I do a monthly river blessing. I introduce children to their culture, to their history, to nature, as you can hear. And I offer these blessings in English and in Spanish around the world pandemic. We can't necessarily get into the water, but I bring the water to the children and to not be here. And that's a big part of what I do. I also provide resources to Indigenous women and Indigenous families who may not know of other resources or may not know how to apply for resources like diapers and formula and water. During the Texas blizzards, I was able to bless over 100 families because of people like you who donate their time, their efforts, their energy, their resources. And basically, I was able to get certain size diapers from one family to another's home, or a certain kind of formula from one home to another, because I am alone here and I do know how to drive in the snow. So I was able to drive all around Hays County, 6 different cities, and bless people with their own resources. And that is the Indigenous way. We are our own medicine. We are our own healers. And when we recognize that, we can bless our brothers and sisters. So I hope that y'all will not lose sight of that, that in the midst of a world pandemic or a natural disaster, we can help one another and serve one another just by the simple gifts of love, contribution, peace, everything good that we have within us. It will multiply when we bless those around us. So right now I'm going to say a river blessing to y'all. And I ask whatever religion you are, whatever spiritual preference you have, or lack thereof, that we just be one with nature, with this beautiful rain that's sprinkling on me. And I'll let y'all look at the water. And I call all of you blessed, healed, whole, and well. And that nature heal you as you heal yourself. Give you creativity, give you resources, give you ideas, art, music, culture, unconditional love, connection with community, connection globally, so that we can be a blessing to our children's children all the days of our life. I call you blessed, healed, whole, and well. Thank you, sister, for letting me do this blessing.
Oh, my sister, thank you so much for bringing us home to ourselves, home to the water, home to the Indigenous values of care and responsibility, honor and kindness, and remembering that we are all Indigenous to the earth, and the First Nations peoples need for everyone to be respecting and supporting these traditional wisdoms, because they're truly the pathway to healing our world and ourselves. I want to also share my gratitude for you being partnered with us as the EMA San Marcos hub, and we're so excited to be of support, especially around the waters. And what an auspicious moment that it is raining there. I mean, it is so dry and hot here right now that you are at the oldest known living continuously flowing spring in all of Turtle Island and all of North America. And these are the first rains starting to come in a very long time. I know from my elders who we talked about, Atua grandmother Agnes Baker Pilgrim earlier, and her and other elders that we've worked with have told us when the rains come, the ceremony is good. It means the ceremony is good. So here we are in good ceremony together. Thank you so much.
It literally started raining when you two texted me if I was ready, and it started raining. I feel that y'all's energy brought, because it was really hot, and it's so perfect right now. So that was y'all's love and my love unified. And everyone watching, all of us universally brought these waters to refreshen us. There's no doubt.
So amazing. I want to invite people wherever you are to hold the water, whether it's in your cup, in the river that you're standing in front of, in your heart beating in your body right now, and to take a moment to love the water, to thank the water, to cherish the water. And as we bring these waters into our body by drinking, by intention, by commitment, we align ourselves with the living earth, and we remember that we are truly the earth healing itself. May it be so. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you in a little bit.
Beautiful. So Serena will be joining us at the community action session, and I'll tell folks a little bit about that as you transition, and I look forward to seeing you in a few minutes in the Zoom room. Thank you.
I love you, sister. I love you all. Blessings.
Blessings. So, when we come together and take action, it lights up our hearts, it inspires our lives, it renews our souls, and it brings our hope into full actualization. And what a regenerative process this is. We know that as we come together to embody the wellness of the world, to embody the wellness of the living earth that we're all part of, that these deep and ancient, new and innovative wisdoms and insights flow through us in a co-creative space that we might never have imagined possible, that we move into this miraculous realm where the potency of possibility becomes manifest in us. And we move in this space to innovate and bring forth beautiful solutions to the challenges before us, and emerge together beyond the global emergencies that we are currently facing together into a space of true emergence as one thriving world together. We want to invite you to join us in about 5 or 10 minutes here. We'll be transitioning to our Zoom room for our monthly community action session, where we'll be hearing and seeing really beautiful slideshows and connecting in with EMA hubs in different parts of the world who are doing projects. You'll be able to hear some of what people are working on, and you'll be able to speak. Perhaps you're someone who has an organization that you would like to link up and be supported and be co-creative with. Perhaps you're going to bring an idea that you've had or a caring you've been holding in your heart for perhaps a long time. Perhaps the inspiration is coming to you right in this moment. What is the change that you'd love to see and to be in the world? Perhaps you've seen people in need in your community. Perhaps the water calls to you. Perhaps you love to garden and want to grow food and feed people together. Or you love to share seeds and would like to create a community seed library or seed swap. If you're someone who is excited about zero waste, we are training on all kinds of projects to help communities reuse, repurpose, repair, and keep items out of the waste stream and into supporting community and community members who may need a little bit extra support. we come together with the Sustainable Living Guide and are co-creating amazing classes teaching how to create community sustainability projects with a mutual aid foundation. So bringing mutual aid into form and fruition through all different projects. We're providing what we like to call a breathable blueprint, a very actionable, usable guide that can be customized for communities and cultures anywhere in the world. One of my dear sisters and colleagues and co-conspirator, co-collaborators, co-creator, who I've had the privilege to work with for decades on different projects, is here to join us. And I want to invite onto our stage Abigail Lewis. Abby was the past executive director of Earth Dance International, helping bring the world's largest peace festival to hundreds of locations in 60 countries, and now she's bringing this amazing project, Golden Rule Reentry, helping those who have been incarcerated be welcomed and supported as they return to their communities. Abby is one of the advisory team, co-founding kin for the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance, and I just could not be more delighted to see you today. Welcome, Abby. Thank you for being here.
Super nice to be here. Thanks for everything you're doing.
What a joy. And you know, as we live through these very interesting times, it certainly invites a unprecedented innovation and potency, and yet something very ancient that's arising within us. And I want to just give space for you to speak to this arising and call forth from each of us this co-creative coming together for positive action in our communities and with the support of EMA.
Well, yeah, I just think that it's I think nobody's unaware that there's a lot of division in the world. There's a lot of things to be stressed out about, and it's pretty hard as a species to avoid being impacted by it. But the one thing we can do is just take responsibility for everything, because I don't believe that any action, any small act of kindness is wasted. I don't believe that any small act of environmental protection is wasted. And I had to tell myself at some point, even if you don't succeed, if you get to the finish line and you did something and you did your best, I think that's a really important on a personal level to do. And so I love that EMA is creating an opportunity for people to get together and find other people who feel that way, because it's such a great opportunity. It's not just an opportunity, it's an absolute mandate right now that we all do something. And then we can teach our children to do something and just set that example rather than letting the big steamroller of society make these decisions for us. It's very empowering.
It is so empowering, and to be able to live in a loving way, I think is self-perpetuating for our hope, which we all need right now. And thank you. And I want to honor the hope that you're bringing in your new nonprofit. Do you want to tell people about the work that you're doing? It's so beautiful.
Thanks, Lisa. It's called Golden Rule Reentry. We're pretty new, but we're community based and trauma informed, and that means that we understand that people who have been formerly incarcerated, most of them have experienced quite a bit of trauma in their life, if not prior to, certainly during their time of incarceration. And so we're not an agency. We don't necessarily provide services so much as we do provide connection and support and acknowledgement. And so our sort of tagline is, we don't give you a form to fill out, we fill out the form with you. And of the year and a half that I've been doing this, a lot of it is the value of what we do is just driving around with someone and getting a coffee together. These kind of things. Not that that's always the most important thing for people, but those little small things can actually make a huge difference. And we do a lot more than drive around and buy coffee. And if you wanted to check out our website, it's goldenrulereentry.org. And we have 6 different program areas. I don't want to go on forever. So if you want to look at our website, we'd definitely love for you to do that. Plus, we've curated a video page of the most inspirational videos, and I wish everyone would watch them.
Beautiful. Thank you for this caring, such special work and important work. And I love what you said about connection. You know, that's really where the power is. You know, from working myself in a trauma-informed perspective with the trauma-informed change-making system of Sustainable Living Guide, that's brought also through EMA. We recognize that it's all about our oneness. It's coming back into a state of oneness and the different ways that we experience and enact that is the healing of our trauma as individuals, as communities, and as a global being.
And that is absolutely backed by science. Science is showing that it's that connection. Connection is the opposite of addiction, and connection is what can heal trauma. So you're absolutely right.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to invite people to come and talk with us now and get to come and connect. We're going to be moving over now to our Zoom room. If you haven't gotten your link yet, it's free to come. You just sign up at our website, which you're seeing on the scroll here. It's ema.earth. And we'll be coming together to talk about creating positive change in our communities and sharing our hearts together in beautiful love and service and stepping into who we truly are together. Thank you so much, Abby, for joining me here on the live stream. I look forward to seeing you in a moment in the Zoom room. And thank you to everyone coming together around the world.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for everything.
So if you